this type of solution, gas in liquid, its effect of pressure on its solubility, it is given or it is explained by one law, by one scientist, that is Henry's law. Okay, now what is this law? It is the quantitative relationship, right? Whatever we have discussed, that was the qualitative effect of pressure. Pressure and solubility are directly proportional, that was qualitative. What is the quantitative relationship between pressure and solubility? Is given by the scientist Henry, known as Henry's law. What is this law? Let us see the statement of this law. So at a constant temperature, solubility of the gas in a liquid, it is directly proportional to the partial pressure of the gas present above the surface of liquid or solution. Now in this case, if we are using mole fraction of a gas in the solution as a measure of its solubility, then statement will be changed, because the mole fraction or any term of the concentration, it is nothing but the solubility of that particular substance in the solution. So we can write down the new statement: mole fraction of gas in the solution is proportional to partial pressure of the gas over the solution. Okay, now we can write down one more statement for the Henry's law. Partial pressure of the gas in vapor phase is proportional to the mole fraction of the gas in solution. Okay, now let us learn, first of all, before learning the Henry's law equation, mathematical equation, let us learn first of all what is the meaning of a partial pressure. So I will give you simple analogy here. So like there are two friends, like one friend is A, another friend is B, right? Friend A has 4 chocolates, friend B has 6 chocolates. Okay, if these two friends or these two people, they are giving their chocolates, whatever the number of chocolate they have, they are mixing these two, so total number of chocolates in the solution will be 10 chocolates. So total number of chocolates is 10, but what is the contribution of A to that? It is 4 chocolates. Contribution of B to that is 6 chocolates. So that contribution in the whole solution is nothing but the partial pressure. So total solution will have its own pressure. So what is the contribution of one substance, one gas in that? That will be its contribution, that is its partial pressure. Okay, so this partial pressure, as we have seen, it is directly proportional to the mole fraction. We can write down here the proportionality constant, and that is nothing but Kh. So Kh here will be called as the Henry's law constant. Graphical representation we can see, that is partial pressure of the solution is directly proportional to the mole fraction of the solute. Okay, so as it is a direct relation, we can see a straight line passing through the origin. So here they have taken the example of solution of HCl in cyclohexane as the solvent. This Henry's law is having several applications. Okay, carbon dioxide gas is filled in the carbonated soft drinks, right? Once we open that carbonated soft drink, we can see the bubbles coming out. So what happens? This CO2 gas, it is filled under pressure in the soft drinks, right? So while filling, the pressure is applied, right? And when we are releasing the pressure, that means when we are opening that bottle, obviously carbon dioxide, pressure on the carbon dioxide gas releases, therefore it comes out. So its solubility decreases when we are opening the bottle, right? Yes. So when we can, yes, that is the same thing given here. When we open the lid of the bottle of the carbonated drinks, pressure is released and CO2 gas released from the bottle, because its solubility after decreasing the pressure will go on decreasing. A direct relation, just like you can see. So when the pressure is released, and they have put one balloon above it on the lid of the bottle, on the mouth of the bottle, so you can see the carbonated drink, it is giving out the carbon dioxide gas after the pressure is released. Okay, and that indicates that solubility of the gases in the solutions, in the liquids, it is directly related to the pressure. Okay, let us solve one question based on the Henry's law. Question says, calculate the solubility of gaseous oxygen in water at a temperature of 293 Kelvin when the partial pressure exerted by O2 is 1 bar. Kh, that is Henry's law constant, is given for O2, 34840 bar liter per mole. So according to Henry's law, we know that partial pressure of the gas O2, it is equal to, or it is first of all directly proportional to the mole fraction, right? Okay, by putting the proportionality constant Kh, equation will be partial pressure of O2 equals to the Kh into mole fraction of O2. Okay, now here partial pressure is given, Kh is given, we can find out the mole fraction of oxygen gas by using that. It will be equal to partial pressure of O2 divided by Kh. Partial pressure is equal to 1 bar and Kh is equal to 34840. Okay, it is equal to 2.8 into 10 power minus 5. This is the mole fraction of oxygen gas in the total solution. Okay, now we know that here the this is per liter, right? Per liter means the volume of the solution is equal to 1000 liter, or amount of water is equal to 1000 liter. Water density is equal to 1 gram per liter only, therefore its mass is also equal to 1000 gram. Okay, therefore number of moles of H2O we can find out from that. It will be equal to 1000 divided by 18. Okay, and that will be equal to 55.55 moles. So what is the number of moles of water in this? It is equal to 55.55 moles of water. Okay, now we know the formula. Mole fraction of oxygen, it is equal to number of moles of oxygen divided by number of moles of oxygen plus number of moles of water, total moles, right? Let us put the values. Okay, number of moles of oxygen we do not know, right? We have to find it out. Number of moles of water is equal to 55.55, which is very large number as compared to number of moles of oxygen. Therefore we can write it down like this: number of moles of oxygen divided by, we can ignore NO2 here, so it will be, instead of number of moles of oxygen, it will be simply only number of moles of water, and that is nothing but 55.55. okay, so it will be equal to NO2 divided by 55.55. From this we can find out the mole fraction of oxygen. So mole fraction is given, we can find out the number of moles of oxygen. Okay, let us put the values of mole fraction of oxygen here. So what will be number of moles of oxygen? It will be equal to mole fraction multiplied by 55.55. okay, mole fraction we have calculated, it is equal to 2.8 into 10 power minus 5 into 55.55. okay, if we solve it, it comes out to be 0.00159. okay, moles. What is the number of moles of oxygen here? 0.00159. that is almost equal to 0.0016. okay, so this is how we have found out the number of moles of the oxygen in the total solution. okay, now solubility is nothing but amount of the substance, right? That is how many grams of oxygen are present per liter. okay, that we can find out from number of moles very easily. We know the formula for number of moles. It is equal to given weight of the substance divided by its molecular weight. Here we know number of moles of oxygen, molecular weight of oxygen. Weight of oxygen we have to find out, right? And weight of oxygen is nothing but the solubility. So solubility will be equal to, right? Solubility is nothing but weight of oxygen in this solution. It will be equal to number of moles of oxygen multiplied by molecular weight of oxygen. It is equal to, number of moles is 0.00159, okay, and into molecular weight is equal to 32 gram, right? Molecular weight of O2 is equal to 32. If we solve it, it comes out to be 0.05 gram per liter. So what is the solubility of oxygen gas in the solution? 0.05 gram per liter. Next question about Henry's law is, which is the correct about the Henry's law? It is from KCET 2002. okay, so let us find the correct statement here. Statement given in option A: the gas in contact with the liquid should behave as an ideal gas. That is a true statement for Henry's law. statement in the option B, there should not be any chemical interaction between the gas and liquid. That is also true. And pressure applied should be very high. That is also true. So option D is the correct answer for this question.